everybody, and welcome to my kitchen. Tonight I'm going to show you how to make a delicious chicken Parmesan dinner. It takes less than an hour. Well, to be fair, it's not my recipe. I actually learned it from my wife, but I haven't managed to burn the house down using it yet. So let's get right into it. Start off with the ingredients list. So first thing you're going to need is chicken, obviously. Then moving on, you're going to need an egg wash, which consists of 1 egg, or in this case, egg beaters, along with a dash of milk. That way you can actually adhere the breadcrumbs that go onto the chicken. You're also going to need some spaghetti. It makes a nice base to prop this chicken up on once it's done. And obviously you're going to need a pot to boil the water to make the spaghetti with. And over here we got the frying pan with olive oil already warmed up in it, ready to go. That way we can flash fry the breadcrumbs onto the face of the chicken. And also a flat pan, though the aluminum foil is optional, don't have to do that, just makes it easier to clean up. That's what the chicken's going to go onto and go into the oven after the first step. The other two things you need is going to be at least 1 jar of pasta sauce, up to you how saucy you want it to be. And then the secret ingredient, yes, even though it's called chicken Parmesan, we're using provolone because it's a nice creamier texture and it tastes better, in my opinion anyway. Alright, so the first step what I'm going to do, and I already have it done here, that way it's easier to film. You're going to want to preheat your oven to 375 degrees and have the olive oil ready to go. So we're going to move right on into getting the chicken breaded. Just go ahead and pull it out right there into the egg wash and straight into the breadcrumbs. Bit complicated to do one hand, I gotta admit. Alright, so another jump cut right there, but we already got the first piece of chicken in the frying pan. You can hear it to the side here, so we're just going to take the second one. We're just going to drop it straight into the pan right next to the other one. And you're not going to want to leave these sitting too long, not even longer than maybe 3-4 minutes. You're not trying to cook the chicken in the pan. You're only throwing it in there long enough to set the breadcrumbs on it. Alright, now that we got the outside of the chicken nice and fried up, you're just going to want to take a pair of tongs, just scoop it out of there with, straight onto the flat pan. This is where the provolone and the tomato sauce come in. I like to take a couple slices of provolone in each slice of chicken anyway. And then once you got the cheese on there, just take the pasta sauce and all over the top of it. Be sure and get it nice and all over the top of it, or else you might burn the cheese. There we go, we're looking good so far. Now all we gotta do is throw it into the already preheated oven. We're going to go up here and set our timer for, well, it varies from the size of the chicken, but anywhere from about 30 to 32, 33 minutes is usually about what you want to set it for. And then as soon as you put the chicken in there, you're going to go ahead and start the burner for the pot of water. That way it's ready and boiling when it comes time to throw the noodles in. Alright, so I had to show it after. You just can't really break noodles with one hand. But with about 10 minutes left on the clock on the chicken, you're going to want to throw the spaghetti in. That way it's done right about the same time as the chicken is. We only got about 30 seconds left on the chicken here, so we're going to go ahead and take the spaghetti off of the stove and pour it right into the colander. That way we're going to go ahead and have it ready on the plate. Serve the chicken on top of it. We have a nice bed of spaghetti to set our chicken on. Had to cut away there because it's kind of impossible to scoop the spaghetti with one hand. And chicken is done. So, I'm going to go ahead and turn the oven off first. Woo! Mind the fog on the lens there. Set that right up there. Nice, beautiful pieces of chicken. And you're going to need a spatula to scoop it up off of the pan with. Maybe. And there you have it. 2 delicious plates of chicken parmesan. Guys, and there you have it. A relatively simple, good, tasty, maybe not so much healthy, but still better than eating ramen noodles.